He flew into a storm of fire to hunt a deadly U-boat and paid the ultimate price: a crippled plane, freezing seas, and a desperate fight for survival. This is the true story of Flight Lieutenant David Hornell's heroic last mission. Welcome to Historical Stories, where history's bravest moments come alive. The Last Dive, Hornell's heroic battle. Above the cold sea, June 24, 1944, Flight Lieutenant David Hornell pilots his Catalina flying boat on an anti-submarine patrol over rough Norwegian waters. His port gunner spots something, a U-boat drifting below. Hornell immediately orders action stations, banking the Catalina towards the submarine as the German crew of U-1225 sees the incoming threat and scrambles. The U-boat's twin 20mm cannons and 37mm flak gun roar to life, filling the air with deadly tracers. The Catalina shakes violently as shells tear into its fuselage. Radio operator Sidney Cole tries sending a distress message, but a flak shell rips through the radio compartment, wounding him and destroying the equipment. Despite his pain, Cole fights to transmit, not knowing the damage has already rendered their signals useless. Hornell presses the attack, diving through a storm of fire. Pieces of the Catalina's right wing are shredded. The starboard engine bursts into flames. The front gunner's twin .03 Brownings hammer the U-boat's conning tower, momentarily silencing the German guns. But when the Catalina's guns jam, the U-boat resumes fire, shells smashing into the Catalina. Hornell shuts down the burning engine, but flames grow as fuel leaks. The submarine tries to evade, but Hornell maneuvers precisely, releasing 4 depth charges at point-blank range. Explosions rock the sea, lifting plumes of water around the U-boat. Hornell glimpses the U-boat slipping below, but his own aircraft is doomed. "We're going down," Hornell warns. With the remaining engines sputtering and the airframe disintegrating, he prepares to ditch. Cole keeps frantically keying SOS messages until seconds before impact. Hornell aligns with the wind, lowers floats, and tries to land. The Catalina smashes into a wave, rebounds 150 feet into the air, then crashes again. A second bounce sends it airborne before the final plunge leaves the shattered aircraft half submerged. Hornell urges everyone to abandon the burning wreck. Engineers Scott and Laurent inflate 2 dinghies, and crew members scramble into the freezing North Atlantic. Hornell and some men leap into the icy water to push the dinghies clear. Cole clambers into one dinghy, but remembers the radio and tries swimming back to the Catalina. Hornell shouts desperately for him to return, but flames engulf the plane before Cole reaches it. The Catalina slips under, taking any hope of a working radio. The crew clings to 2 dinghies amid crashing waves. Hornell counts heads and realizes one man is missing. Scanning the heaving sea, they spot a lone figure on the second dinghy. Battling the swell, they reach him. But just as 2 men climb onto Laurent's dinghy, it suddenly explodes, throwing them back into the freezing sea. Overloaded, there's no room for everyone on the remaining dinghy, so Hornell and 2 others rotate time in the frigid water, trying to stave off hypothermia. The men's strength fades as time crawls by. 3 hours pass with no rescue. None of Cole's SOS messages got through. They spot a Catalina circling above. Flares are fired, but the plane doesn't see them. A second flare, nothing. A third finally draws the pilot's eye. The Catalina radios for a rescue launch, then circles overhead, flashing Morse. "Help coming!" It signals again. U-boat killed. The crew cheer weakly. They'd succeeded, but survival is slipping away. The rough seas batter them relentlessly. A wave capsizes the dinghy, scattering the crew. Hornell surfaces, disoriented, but counts 7 heads, all still alive. Together they right the dinghy and climb aboard, but it's leaking and constantly filling with freezing seawater. Exhausted, they bail with helmets. Hornell keeps himself in the water longest, organising rotations to keep everyone alive, but men begin to lose consciousness. Laurent fades, despite desperate efforts to keep him alert. Hornell finally makes the heart-wrenching decision to commit his lifeless body to the sea, sparing the others from sinking. Above, the circling Catalina runs low on fuel and radios their location one last time before departing. The crew fights despair as they watch their aerial guardian vanish into the clouds. Hours later, another aircraft appears, a massive bomber dropping a wooden lifeboat, but strong winds carry it far beyond reach. Hornell, nearly blind with salt water and fatigue, tries to swim after it, but his men grab him. He pleads desperately, but they know it's hopeless. The boat drifts out of sight. As dawn breaks, hope seems gone. But then a spotlight sweeps over the waves. Rescue boat HSL 2507 has arrived after a grueling 21 hours adrift. The men wave weakly, unable to muster more strength. One by one, they are pulled aboard. Hornell, nearly unconscious, glimpses his surviving crew safe before his eyes flutter shut for the final time. Rescuers tried desperately to revive him, but after 4 hours of effort, Flight Lieutenant David Hornell is gone. 5 men survived that harrowing day thanks to Hornell's bravery. He fought his aircraft through withering fire, scored a lethal strike on the U-boat, and kept his men alive until rescue. For his extraordinary courage and selflessness, he was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross, presented to his widow. Second pilot Denomi later reflected, "Outstanding about Flight Lieutenant Hornell was his marvelous ability to fly a crippled plane under heavy enemy fire. His courage marked him as a great man. Words can't do justice." Hornell's sacrifice stands as a testament to the U-boat hunters' brutal war and the bitter struggle to protect Allied shipping in the Atlantic. Their story reminds us that victory at sea came at a terrible price, paid by men who braved both enemy fire and the unforgiving ocean. And it was men like David Hornell who made sure their mission succeeded, even when it cost them everything. Conclusion: in the frozen waves of the North Atlantic, Flight Lieutenant David Hornell and his crew faced impossible odds. Though his Catalina was torn apart and hope faded with each crashing wave, Hornell's courage and sacrifice kept his men alive until rescue. His heroic final stand sank a deadly U-boat and saved 5 souls, earning him the Victoria Cross and a place among history's bravest aviators. His story remains a testament to unwavering bravery against both enemy fire and the unforgiving sea. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the skies have many more stories to tell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.